Appreciate you for joining us today. As above, so below, we're talking about Satyrian energy. We're also talking about today CrossRoad spirits. And I want to share with you guys, my name is Apostle Ely. I'm the Chief Apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated. And my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. To each and every one of you guys, I want to first say salutations to my Madrina and to my Padrino and to my Oba and to all of my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. Whether you're a mystic or Ajay, whether you are in shamanism, whether you are Kabbalah, whether you are Iyami, this is alive for you because on my platform, especially to my Christians that are in the church, that practice the ATRS, this universal law is for each and every one of you. And for you that left the church and don't want to have nothing else to do with the church. We also, this is alive for you. I also want to thank God for each and every one of you guys that want to understand, want to embrace your true spirituality and return back to your roots, as they like to say. Church folks so hypocrite. Turn back to your roots and then you do roots. They talk about you. Anyway, what's up there, Mama Susan, my Gemini? And then we got my Cassandra in the house, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being with us. And we also want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that are a part of this platform, that find yourself gaining knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and hopes that many of you guys understand that when it comes down to real magic, you need to have a real understanding. And so I want to also thank you to each and every one. What's up there, Artiste? All right, love, Karen O'Brien, my Gemini. What's up, Renee? Much love to each and every one of you guys for chiming in. We're going to be talking about, as above, so below. We're talking about the Satyrian energy and talking about CrossRoad work. And we're going to be talking about Eleggua. We're going to be talking about quite a few CrossRoad spirits and have a better understanding. And when we work with CrossRoad spirits or somebody is crowned by the... What's up there, my eldest son? Trey in the house. Cancer. And so therefore, this is why we're going to be doing this today, because in order for us to be able to give good service, you got to know what kind of service you're getting. You got to have a clearer understanding of energy, frequency, and vibration. We also want to say hello and thank you to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Each and every one of you guys, thank you. What's up, Lydia? Maferefun, Oshun. I also want to acknowledge my head Orisha, Maferefun Oya, and her sister, Maferefun Ayao. And to each and every one of you fellow spiritualists out there, thank you so much for your love, your support, and you watching Apostle Ely. I thank you. I appreciate that. Also, the encouragement. I want to say to Tata, I've been following him for many years, and he is... he has a lot of knowledge and he's been sharing a lot of things, and he has also inspired me as well to get deeper into the conjure when it comes down to my Orisha, Maferefun Oya, and her sister, and the different types of energies that allow us to be balanced and be able to practice more effectively when it comes down to Ocha and any, whether it is Palo, whether it is Ifa, whether it's Santeria, Obia work. I love magic, y'all. I don't like it. I love it. We also want to thank God for each and every one of you guys for being here with us. To all of you that had got your talisman, and thank you for the comments that many of you guys have been putting out there about the energy that is coming off those talisman. We're going to be talking about Maferefun Eleggua today. I got a few of these. And if you do not know these, I'm going to explain these. And so therefore you will have a better understanding how to utilize your talisman and what they are for. Remember, a talisman is what brings things in. A amulet is what wards things off. So these that I'm putting out here, they're not on my website. They are only available through my lives and through my Cash App. And so thank you to each and every one of you guys that are experiencing that Che and that energy. But today we finna learn and we finna get some understanding. And the next time you do hear about Eleggua or CrossRoad spirit, this is what they're trying to say. Now, first of all, this is one candle, Eleggua. This is Eshu, Eleggua. Red and black, red and black, black and white. Red and black, black and white. What the reason why I say that, because all CrossRoad spirits are not the same. Me being a practitioner of Voodoo, Papa Legba. I love my, thank you so much. You're quite welcome. What's up there, Jeremy? I just saw him come in. Thank you, Lydia, for that. I appreciate you as well. When it comes to, in Voodoo, Papa Legba would be considered the lighter side, which would be the cooler spirits. And then Metkafu would be when the more aggressive spirits. I don't like to use the term good or evil because I feel like it's a made-up term. There are certain spirits are darker than others. They carry more light than others. Certain spirits that would do certain things that other spirits don't do. But they're all necessary. But they're Eshu would be considered in voodoo Metkafu. So Eshu deals with the more aggressive spirits of the Orishas, the more volatile, more explosive spirits. And this is why, and the reason I want to talk about CrossRoad work, because CrossRoad work is about understanding energy and how it intersects, understanding how energy flows, and the why there are certain ways that we construct certain things to channel energy. And this is when it comes down to CrossRoad work, that a lot of people don't understand that every spirit that is in the CrossRoad is not the same. It does not have the same agenda, neither does it have the same ability. And so that's why you find different people having different Elegguas or different Papa Eleggua. In each pantheon, there's versions of intersection. It's like if you go through the intersection in a country. Normally, if you go to a country town, the intersection is very simple. But if you go to the intersections in a city, it's very complicated. You can actually get lost in their intersections. You understand? Because there's a lot of detours. Especially when in Miami, you mess around, make the wrong turn in Miami, you can be on a whole nother pathway. Well, that's how it is in the spirit world. The more complicated your magic is, the more advanced your magic is how easy it is to enter to another portal. Enter that, go down to a whole nother pathway of energy, dealing with a whole nother sector of spirit. This is why it's important that a man or woman knows how to flow in their particular CrossRoad spirit. Everybody does not have CrossRoad spirit. Everybody can go to the CrossRoad, but everybody don't have a connection with that particular Orisha. In this case, now, Eleggua is an Orisha. So this would be yin and yang. You have the dark side, the primordial energy. Then you have the light side. Okay? The energy that was created from that. Now, when we get the warriors, you're getting an Eleggua. This is the lighter side. Most people do not get an Eshu. I'm going to say it again. Most people do not get an Eshu. They get an Eleggua. And a lot of people try to make them the same. They're not the same. Just like Papa Eleggua is not the same as Metkafu. And in different pantheons, you got to know that those aggressive spirits are different. It's like Christ, Satan. Christ deals with lighter spirits. Satan deals with harsher spirits. It is not about the name. It's the understanding of there are more aggressive energies over here, and these are more appeasable spirits over here. When you're dealing with CrossRoad work, what people don't understand, what makes effective CrossRoad work, is when you walk to the crossroad and you understand the energy that flows between that particular crossroad. I'm gonna say it again. If you don't know how many deaths have been taking place, like some of us go and we just say, somebody said, go take that to the crossroad. We don't know if that's dispersing energy. We don't know if it's bringing energy in. When you go, there's a place in the woods that it has a crossroad that I did a lot of ceremonial work for Ochosi in Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, in that particular crossroad, because it was in the woods. It was where his Orisha is, the source of his energy. It was also a pathway that animals came across there. Also Chosi with the animals and stuff. So you need to understand what particular crossroad you're at, what kind of energy flows through that crossroad, and then utilize that energy depending on the particular outcome you're looking for. Is that particular crossroad used to get rid of a lot of dirty work? Is it used to do a lot of money spells? Is it used to do divination, get messages? Because also CrossRoad, remember, Eshu and Eleggua or Papa Eleggua or Metkafu, they're messengers. Thoth, Hermes, all of these are messengers. Any spirit, angels are messengers. When you understand that these spirits come to communicate, then you as a spiritual consumer, you need to understand, okay, if I am going to receive a message, I got to have ability to hear. I have to understand how that particular spirit communicates with me. How many times people don't understand that if you are speaking with the Orishas, you have to use Obi. If you're speaking in the CrossRoad to Palo spirit, you need your Shamalangas. If you are speaking, there are certain things. If you're trying to get messages, Teely, what's up there, my baby Scorpio? You have to understand how to communicate with said spirits at the CrossRoad. You just cannot go to the CrossRoad and say, oh, I'm here to talk to Papa Eleggua. Do you understand his signature? Do you understand how to communicate back and forth? Do you know how to receive messages? Because guess what? If you don't have certain tools to channel that energy, then that particular energy or that particular spirit can choose through nature to communicate to you. And if you still don't know what those energies are connected to, when something starts happening around you, still won't recognize it. Because some of y'all are not initiated into those practices, so you don't have the tools or the instruments that allow us to communicate back and forth with those spirits in a safe and a controlled way. You trying to communicate with them outside of that. That's like being a side piece trying to get to your boo while his wife or their husband home. It becomes complicated. But if you already the husband and the wife, you already have a direct signal that you can send back and forth in your communication. So CrossRoad work is not only energy intersecting. It is not only when you go there, there's other spirits. You got to know what spirits are flowing through that particular intersection. How many people have died in that particular intersection? Because each time, remember, those are doorways. Those are channels. So we got the light side, unveiling, and what's up, my Pisces? When you deal with Maferefun, Eleggua, or things of this nature, you're opening doors for opportunity. You don't need to be knocking on any door that you don't understand what's behind it. I know the scripture said knocking it shall be open, but how much research have you done that if I open this portal in this CrossRoad, if I throw this in this CrossRoad, yes, it may throw it off of me, because a lot of times people throw messes into CrossRoad to disperse the energy, but what if the energy misses you but hits your child, misses you but hits your husband or your wife, misses you but hits somebody in the family because you weren't specific about how to send that energy away? Neither was the person that told you to go to the CrossRoad. Do you not know that you can actually go pick up somebody's bad energy at the CrossRoad? Because they never sent that energy away, they just left it there. It's almost like being a flight attendant. You got to know how to direct energy. That's what's good when you dealing with somebody that actually understands CrossRoad work and understands that energy. They know how to direct energy. This is why I tell women, don't give up the phallus. Male energy directs energy. Male's energy direct energy. Then you have the CrossRoads that are 4. Then you have the CrossRoads that are 3. That's when you dealing with just had a name on my Hecate. Everybody's path in CrossRoad work, depending on what spirits they're dealing with, is different. And every CrossRoad work is not the same. Just like every body of water is not the same, just like every cemetery is not the same. When you are opening up doors of opportunity, what comes behind those opportunities? What comes behind? What's up there, Harry, Capricorn in the house? When you are opening up doors, you can be opening up a door and think you're going to succeed in there, and there come. I'm going to say it like this. If you travel 9 to 5, we pay taxes to maintain 9 to 5. But if you travel turnpike, there's tolls on that path that you have to pay. Sometimes in certain areas of magic, there are certain tolls that you have to pay on your pathway. Before you ever get to your destination, you might have to drop certain offerings or give up certain things in order to get your destination. And when you didn't do a proper divination and you did not sit down and first count up the cost, you just think you going in there doing something. A lot of Christians, a lot of people that go to church, especially black people, I got to include my black people. A lot of y'all do CrossRoad or y'all work with a CrossRoad and you don't even know you're rocking. Anytime you pick up a cross and you do this, that's CrossRoad. But because right behind you, from the nape of your neck to the back, the torso of your back, And then from one shoulder to the other shoulder, that's the crossroad. So just because we do it here, we are pulling energy from the four directions. If you have a cross around your neck, that's crossroad work. You're allowing energy to intersect. When you put it on your person, depending on whether you're an earth sign, whether you're a fire sign, a water sign, or air sign, how that energy flows through your tabernacle. That's why we utilize emblems to represent that energy, so the energy knows which direction to go. In Palo, the reason why they have those lines and those arrows, because they're directing the energy. You can't do a reversal that you got pointing at you. That's like turning your gun around and pulling the trigger. When you don't know which direction to send that energy out, you can actually turn your weapon against you because you don't have no understanding. You don't know how to direct energy. And that's even if you're doing prosperity, even if you're doing healing, even if you're doing restoration or reconciliation work. A lot of times when it comes down to spirituality and crossroad spirit, a lot of Christians have no respect for the male phallus, and so therefore that's why chaos energy needs masculine energy. You get more done when you understand. With a woman, you birth more. With a man, he directs more. Or if you have masculine energy as a female. This is why this type of work is important. When you're dealing with crossroad, then you know, like, okay, I'm knocking on this door from the east. So I wrote down here, directing energy is also understanding directions. I'm going to say it again. Directing energy is also to understand the direction of the energy. Whether that energy is going out or whether that energy is coming in. And if you ever been to an airport, they have certain lanes to direct you to departure. And then they got other lanes to direct you to what? Arrival. Crossroad work the same way. You got to know, especially, and let me say this, there are certain works, it's just like on the street. You have certain roads that are just one way. That energy is flowing with just one way. A lot of people don't even know how to do spare work on a one-way street. Because you don't understand energy and you don't understand how energy flows. That energy flows one way. I ain't going to tell you that much. Then I have where energy intersects. Crossroad work is where energy intersects. What's up, George? Thank you so much for being here with us. This is what I mean by when you understand energy and frequency and vibration and how it flows on the earth realm. So when you understand how energy intersects, this is when you get you go to the ocean and the line between the water and the land intersection. The foot of the mountain, from the land to the mountain, that's intersection. Where these energies mesh from the what is it? Dirt road to the gravel road. Intersection. Anything, your threshold of your door, your windows, everything has an intersection where energy intersects. And that's where you get the word intersection. That means that you understand how to direct that traffic. Even if the light goes out, the police officer has been trained to direct traffic or direct energy. Even if the Tata's not there, even if the Mambo's not there, there's other elders that know how to direct the traffic of the ministry, direct the traffic of the elay, direct the traffic. If you are truly following somebody and you see how they flow, you can help direct the traffic of a particular business, a particular relationship. It's just like parents whoop their kids. Because you already know how I do things in my house. You know I don't like no dishes in my sink overnight. You know how the flow of energy of that household. When you go to a church, sit back and watch the flow of that energy. When you go to a synagogue, watch the flow of that energy. When you go to a mosque, watch the flow of that energy. When you go there, because if you can discern the flow of the energy, you know where the energy is coming in and where it is going out. Intersections are places where energies congregate. And depending on what type of energy is there, if you cannot discern what kind of energy is in that crossroad, it is not wise. This is why you see people doing divination at the crossroad or before they go to the crossroad. Or where do you want me to put this offering? Where do you want me to put this talisman? Where do you want me to dispose of this here? How do you want all of that? And you don't, a lot of y'all don't know enough. Y'all here watching videos and y'all just see people going to throw. In my area, especially in Sebastian area, it's a place called Roseland. People are always throwing stuff in that crossroad. It's a busy crossroad. And they throw animals in that crossroad. They throw chickens in that crossroad. They throw because you don't know how to do crossroad work without causing a disturbance. The purpose of doing crossroad work for your work not to be moved. If you're going to put work in a crossroad work, you need to be able to put it in there where it's not going to endanger. The same thing about doing spells on railroad track. You ain't trying to take the train off the railroad track. Don't be ignorant. And that's why there's too many people out here doing work that you really don't need to be doing, because you don't have enough understanding of how to do spiritual conjure safely and without being ignorant. You're not trying to hurt nobody. You're just trying to utilize the flow of the energy in that area to manifest a certain outcome. But because they don't understand that, they got railroad spikes, nail. People got tired. They're going to be driving over that shiggity. You got broken glass, because you ignorant and you don't know spell work and craft. You don't put that in the, and guess what? If you're gonna do some spell work and you needed to stay in the crossroad, find you a dirt road where you can dig a hole. Find you, if it had that work need to stay in the crossroad and keep intersecting with that energy, find you a dirt road where you can dig a hole, plant it in there, and cover it up in traffic. And don't talk about what you knew, because you didn't know. The reason why certain manifestation, because people don't know how to do spell work proficient, and they don't know how to execute that thing. Then there are certain spells that we do in the crossroad that we want that object to get hit. I'm going to say it again. We want that as many times as that object get ran over or hit, that individual gets ran over and hit. So there are times that we put stuff in the crossroad. I am still in shock of how you said you work with a brace. Not many people can. When it comes down to spell working, there is a reason why that magician, that Ajay, that Tata, that Bokor put that in there, because at that point they want that particular animal to be hit. They want that particular animal to be ran over. They want that particular animal to be destroyed through the traffic. Okay? There are situations where it is intentional. There's a lot of spell works that conjurers do, but because of the extent of the magic that we do, that's Abraxas. That's the energy. The moon, you'll see the sun, you'll see the moon. This was given to me by my ex-wife. I told you I do real old magic. That's why some of these people be getting in the ring with me. They have no idea who they be fooling with. But anyway, but when you're doing spell work, or if you doing spell work of crossroad work, or if you're doing like road opener, there are certain places you can create a crossroad in your home, in your on your altar. You can create a crossroad at the beach. Any place, if you understand how energy. I just feel that a lot of people out here doing stuff that they don't understand, and they're opening up doors that they don't understand what's behind that door. And any door you open, you need to know how to close it. And that's also a part of crossroad work. You need to understand the direction, the energy that is coming out of the west is not the energy that's coming out of the east. You need to understand that the energy that's coming out of the north ain't the energy that's coming out of the south. You need to understand the difference between the energy that's above is not the same energy below. Those energies operate differently. And so when they begin to intersect or interconnect, you need to understand what it's producing. And a lot of people you don't do enough homework. You don't do enough study. You don't sit up under other people that actually do this work to learn, because you so busy trying to self-learn, just like some of y'all that's self-medicating, and instead of you getting up on somebody that actually manifests with these particular workings so you can see what it look like if you get it right. That ain't what you're doing. You're trying to do it the cheap way. You're trying to save money, and you're not. These are already prepared. All you got to do is benefit from it. That is the beauty of having a real priest, priestess, Tata Mumbo Hugon. What's up there, Stormy? My Sagittarius from Detroit. This is why you embrace. And if you're not going to actually deal with somebody that is actually operating that energy, let me tell you something. It's going to be a long haul, because there's so many paths. That's like going to a big city and you don't know where you got enough money to get there, but that's the furthest you know. You're going to pay for a whole lot of learning. I did a video earlier about cost and maintenance in the ATRS. This is the type of conjure that it is best to have somebody that's actually doing this work and manifesting this work to get your stuff from them. And if you're going to learn up under somebody that you can actually benefit from the teaching, and then respect the Alche that comes out in these particular orishas. Eleggua is the part of Eshu that went through all of the trials to be crowned. Now that means that in that particular pantheon, Eshu or Eleggua has to be fed first. This is why even in voodoo you have to acknowledge Papa Legba or Metcalfu. You have to deal with the doors. How can you get something into your life when you ain't first knocked on the door? You have to address the door of that religion or that pantheon. If you don't understand that, then what all comes behind that particular door? In the church world, all they tell you, knocking it shall be open. Huh? In the natural, you mess around, don't know who behind your door, and you open that door, you get your ass whooped or get killed at the very worst. You can't just be like, cause somebody knock at the door. Same thing I had told, I had people in my church that thought they were way more spiritual than they was. And what happened was, I had told them, if there's a knock at the door, don't open that door, right? So I had one of the members in my church, there was a Leo. They opened that door. They were actually at work. It happened twice. It opened up the door. It was a knock at the door. I had already told them, do not open the door. When there's a knock at the door and you don't know, and you don't see nobody, that's a spirit trying to get in. And something most of the time is death. So, and that's how that's how they get in. We have to grant them access. They have to be given permission to cross the threshold. See, if you understood CrossRoad work, you would understand why we put things at our door to make it difficult for certain spirits, no matter whose spirits it is, to cross over our threshold. This is why we do conjure at the door. That's why you do certain spiritual work at the door, because you're building a strong threshold where spirits just cannot enter in. So the spirit knocks on the door, she opens the door, the spirit comes in, and all of a sudden she's trying to interfere of what the spirit is trying to get to a particular individual. So the spirit starts attacking her. They call me on the phone. I'm at work. So they got to actually literally wait till I get off from work for me to even address this. If they had listened to my teaching, if they had did what I told do, they would not have been going through that. But y'all already know, especially when you're a black man, you don't want to hear nothing I got to say, because I don't know nothing. Even though this is what I do and chosen to do and called to do and been doing it for years, all of a sudden I don't have enough knowledge. The spirit unlocked my door and opened it once. My son, this morning I woke up to knocking after a dream. Someone crossed the back of my somebody crossed the back of my neck. Because the back, our neck, and this right now, this is where energy flows. This is why my neck is so sore, because all the conjure I'm doing. Not because nobody whooping my ass, but that just, it's a lot of energy that flows up there. So that muscle gets tired after, because I do a lot of conjure. And especially I've been working with IIO, but you got to know why it is so important that you need to know that that door, once you do conjure, is no longer a natural door. Once you put things down at your doorway, it is no longer natural. I don't care if you use salt. I don't care if you use black pepper. I don't care what you put at your door. Once you turn that physical door into a spiritual door, then other spirits see that energy. And especially if you live in a bad neighborhood, you got to keep your doorway, because spirits can just walk off the road and just walk in your house and cause chaos in your house, do their little thing, and then leave your house. You got to have protection up. And if you don't have proper protection, there's certain things I place in my members' houses and stuff to keep spirits from wandering off of the road into their house. Medulla. Oh, I don't know. Medulla. I ain't even gonna try to. Justin says medulla something. I have to look that up, Justin, because that's a new one for me. I cleaned my house quick. It was already clean, but saged it. And let me say something about sage. She said I used my Apollo oil. Yeah, that is, I was gonna say that. I'm glad Keith brought it up. But I like sage. I'm not a big user of sage, because sage to me is like spring cleaning. It removes everything. It's ruled by Jupiter, and it's an air element. Sage is, and you got to know that once you put that out there, you got to put things back. And so that's why I like using Palo Santos, because that allows it's a cleanser, but it is also keeps a positive vibe. It's called holy wood for a reason. Okay. The brain. Oh, Justin is being funny. Oh, medulla of God. Oh, thank you. That you doing reading? Yes, I am. I'm doing readings today. That's from right on the tip of my tongue. Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. Yeah. It is important to understand wherever you are, because let me tell y'all something. A lot of times we move in neighborhoods, we don't know what took place in that neighborhood. And so it could be killings in that neighborhood. It could be a domestic abuse. It could be anything. Crime. It don't matter. At the end of the day, you're trying to keep your particular domain protected. Keisha, I got you. So if you decide to get one of these Maferefun and Eleggua, that's what CrossRoad Spirits is all about. And that's even if you're practicing voodoo, you deal with Papa Legba, Metkafu, or any other CrossRoad Spirit. That's how that energy works. That's the benefit of that energy. It is also to bring things in. Remember, same thing about CrossRoad work. You can create a detour of energy. Just like when roads are closed down, a lot of people don't want to talk about this aspects of this same conjure, but this is how we shut doors. The Bible said, shut doors that no man can open. There's a part of the same working that we can do, is that we can shut down roads in people's life. We can shut doors, window. When you talking about open the windows of heaven, I can also, with my same powers, I can make that window lock. Not only close, but lock it, where you can't get none from heaven. I can also close your roads where you can't get nothing coming in or going out. This is what they say, that your roads are blocked. People like me that understand this arche, this energy, not only can open your roads for opportunity, but we can close your roads that you can't get no opportunity. We can shut doors of opportunity. This is when I can command that the doors of opportunity shut and lock. I got it like that. And other people out here too that practice heavy into Eshu or Eleggua, don't let everybody fool you that it's just on one side. Just like they can open a door, they can shut that door. Just like they can open your roads, they can close your roads. And that's a real thing. Darius, got you. Pisces. And then Keish, you wanted a incense burn for protection. And remember, y'all, as much as you're getting this energy and this knowledge, your energy, your frequency is heightening and it's elevated, and so therefore you're becoming seen in the spirit world. Yes, evolution and all this sound good, but you got to remember, it's like a lighthouse that they used to use. The lighthouses to let the planes know that kind of give them a radius about what was going on. That most of them put the lighthouse in the water so the plane know not to drop down there, because that's still the ocean. Lighthouse, your energy is a candle. And the more brighter your candle burns, the more spirits are going to be able to see you, and they're going to be drawn to your particular energy, ache or chi, whatever you want to call it, prana. And you need to also be responsible as you are spiritually developing, that you are drawing spiritual attention from spiritual beings. Okay? Let me burn this for Keish. This is way more complicated than most people try to let you know. And some people, they don't know, so they can't explain it. They just take it to the crossroads. Just pray to the crossroads spirit. It really ain't that simple. And that's why a lot of times people get stagnated by working with the crossroads, because depending on the flow of the energy, it can actually block your work. What if other people like me are going to that crossroad and you going there with your little work that you don't put together, and our work done took over? Hopefully a lot of us like me ain't out there doing bad work, but there's time, and I've done it too, but there's times that people do dirty work. And so therefore we go to the crossroad to shut doors. We go to the crossroad to shut opportunity. We go to the crossroad to shut energy from coming in. Darius, reversal. I'm just being honest with y'all, because a lot of people not going to tell you that I don't necessarily do it if I don't have to, but I'm not going to say I won't do it. But I don't go out my way to block people pathways or send their life on a detour. But I have done it. And I ain't ashamed of it either. No, I'm not. But these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. Sorry, I didn't do that earlier. See, today I'm going to be working not on a crossroad work. I'm going to be dealing with going to the cemetery, and I'm going to be dealing with the IJs. Reversal for Darius. Stop gossip. I would encourage anybody, if you're going to do magic, keep it simple. Don't be doing stuff and working with stuff you don't know. And don't be letting these people tell you, oh, you could do certain things on your own. Well, in that case, do your root canal on your own. Do your heart surgery on your own. Even a doctor got to go to another doctor. Protection. Peace. I couldn't crown myself. I had to go to a Padrino. There's a lot of bad counsel being given to people, and and us people, we love to hear that we can do everything. We love to hear that we can get it more cheaper. If you at this age, if you ain't learned that cheaper don't mean better. I remember my reading, it was said I was having foresight and something like that. This lie makes sense. Absolutely. Thank you, baby. All right, let me get these cards out. In your endeavors to support, let me tell y'all this. I'm not doing this for nothing. I am getting myself prepared because not only I'm opening roads, but I'm also shutting roads. Because there are certain people that continuously think that I'm going to keep putting up with their crapola. And I'm not. I done said I wasn't, but because when you're a black man, I must be don't know, my word must be not mean nothing to you, but I'm in a show and tell type of energy. Just give me a second. Let me make sure these cards are right. I get so hyper with these cards. I love these cards. I love them. I've been dealing with 6 or 7 books of Moses so long. I love Kabbalah. I use that in a lot of my magic. I sure do. Okay. Darius, let me know when you're ready. I'm going to read for Pisces. I do realize that you can, I'm going to tell y'all just like Ruth, you can only glean so much from social media. People are only going to put so much out on social media. You can go to your ancestors and ask, should I move forward in this? Should I invest in this? Should I be a part of this? This is why I tell people when it comes down to supporting my graveyard work and stuff like that. That's why this stuff is important. Because you need to have a well made up mind. If you still spiritual, as they say, bi-curious, so I'm going to use the word, if you still spiritually curious at this juncture, then this ain't the type of platform you need to be curious with. You need to find things that are less threatening to your well-being. You find things that you can tinkle with, and it really ain't gonna cause much a rift. This over here, it gets really wild very fast. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bringing to the light of my eyes concerning Darius the Pisces. Darius the Pisces. That which is in the dark, bringing to the light of my eyes, Darius the Pisces. Darius the Pisces. What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? That which is in the dark, bringing to the light of my eyes concerning this Pisces. What is it that this Pisces needs to focus on? Maferefun, Mario of our darkness. Maferefun Ochosi. Darius, your shadow card comes up, defying gravity for Pisces. Vava Lamed, it said, I use this name to unleash the power of mind over matter, soul over ego, and spiritual over the physical. My goal is not to renounce the physical world, but to eliminate its control over me and to become the true captain of my own fate or destiny. It said, everything becomes possible. This card right here coming up and saying, this is your shadow card, focusing on things. And this is what this means and should mean to you. It's not about, like what people don't understand, it's not about you doing away with the natural world. It is understanding how the natural world plays alongside or parallel to the spiritual world. And this same thing to say, I wish above all that you prosper and be in health even as your soul prosper. As you are growing spiritually, you should be growing naturally. As you're growing naturally, you should be growing spiritually. And this talks about you gaining spiritual control over your spiritual house. You bring spiritual control. Also, what it says, your soul over your ego. In other words, your true temple over your physical temple. This is what it means, mind over matter. All of these concepts is that you are going to put these in the right order. You're going to seek kingdom first and all its righteousness, and then all else. That's what that means. And then you got, I like this one, global transformation with Pisces. It says, Ayin Shin Lamed. It said, I reflect upon the spiritual truth that the world peace begins with peace in my own heart. This card right here is letting this Pisces know that it's an intention for you to help other people, but the help starts with self first. It says, with this name, I speed my own transformation and strengthen the forces of peace throughout the world. This card also is indicating that you are on a fast track to transformation. Whatever is going on in your life is actually speeding up the process for your transformation. And then your outcome card, Darius, is revealing the dark side. Pisces has two fish. In your case, the outcome card is talking about this aspect of SU. This aspect of Pisces. The primordial side of you. It said light shines. It said Yud Chet Va. It said light shines. I recognize the negative forces still active within me. My reactive impulses are no longer a mystery. With the power of this name, they become history. When you have an understanding of your dark matter, your melanin, you understand your chi, the God particle that lives on the inside, this is when you start being able to create the light, or Psalm 27, the Lord is my light. You're able to create the light, whether it's light for prosperity, success, happiness, protection. That energy, as more as you recognize what it is and how it applies in your life, the more you're going to be able to shine. This has a lot to do with you shining going into this into this year. Okay, y'all. Okay, I got you. I would do Psalm 100 with this. What's up, Jealous Swedes, my Gemini? Much love to you. When it comes down to these ATRs, guys, and I do, I'm gonna probably go and post. I'm gonna have to download it first, but the one that I was talking about, cost and maintenance. This is why you keep your finances blessed. You keep your finances flowing, because it is costly to practice a lot of the type of spiritual arts that I practice. But it is sufficient and it is effective, and I thank God that I have been blessed to do so. Somebody just did something. I'll wait on it. But that's where we at right now. I hope you, once again, sir and ma'am, these are, if you have these, I would burn, oh, that's strong. If you have a issue with getting in contact with your ancestors, I would take my SU and I would burn my ancestor incense. If you have an issue, she said, okay, I got you, Jelly. If you have an issue with getting in contact with your, remember, SU is a messenger. If you have a problem getting connected with your higher self, SU. If you want to open roads, opportunities for love, you can burn my love incense with a road opener. To all of you with mental blocks or that kind of stuff, mental clarity will work with also SU. Those that are dealing with emotional things, all of gladness with SU. I mean, Eleggua, I do apologize, Eleggua. Maybe that's why I started, the electric energy inside started jumping. Jelly Sweets, that reversing. I got a new phone and my notification not coming through. I'm glad I caught you. All right, there. I know that right. So, what is another, those that got healing situation? SU. I mean, Eleggua. I keep looking at black and red. Better business can be worked with that. This money. A lot of my incense will work with this one. Triple threat. Oh, Blockbuster. I would mix Blockbuster with roll opener, and then I would work with my Eleggua. For all of you that are not initiated and you want some of that arche of roll opening possibilities, right here. Even when I do courtroom work, I work with Eleggua. If I'm doing this type of work, sometimes I use Papa Legba. But that's what we're talking about today. I think I got somebody else sent something. Oh, that's Darius. Okay. But those are the things. And love, love, my Taurus in the house. You're gonna be hearing from me. I told you guys I'm going through a ceremony to receive Babalu Aye, which is Saint Lazarus, Nana Baruku, Nanu, and another Eleggua. Those 4 different Orishas, and then I'm going through another ceremony to receive another. It's costly Orisha, but it is setting up, and I want people that really want to practice magic and given the opportunity. I'm also gonna Keisha. I think Keisha's my youngest that I got here. I'm gonna be talking to you guys, and I want y'all to go to y'all ancestors and pray about it. And Natasha, somebody else. I got a few names that I'm trying to get with my spirits about, and because I'm coming to certain areas and I want you guys to be able to see what I have the capacity of doing, because a lot of times people cannot see what I have the capacity, because a lot of people cannot afford the type of work that I actually do. And so this is the thing that I'm saying. Thank you so much, Paint That Sky. Yes, Maferefun. Oh yeah, I appreciate that. Much love. And so you those that have been investing in my we teach magic spirituality on this channel. When we are out here, I'm looking for people to have their own testimony. So therefore, nothing's better than somebody else speaking on your behalf than what you say. But there are very few people, and I'm looking for. I got 2 males. I'm looking for 2 females that can financially be able to maintain the type of work that I do, so that the masses can see what this work is really about. And so therefore, you know what to strive for. You know what to expect. I was able to, even as young as I was able to have high expectation in spirituality because of the examples that I had. I knew what there were certain capabilities of spiritual workings can be done. And so that is very important to have an example of the capacity or the capabilities of certain workings. And so therefore, that's one of the things that I want to bring to this platform as well. Not just me out here solo dolo, but it is also giving you opportunity financially, because this, I'm telling you, real magic and real spell work is very costly. A lot of you guys, I allow those donations to be down there because I want us to actually embrace this power and then give you some. And because if this don't motivate you, nothing else will. If I can't show you how real this is, nothing else is going to do it. And that's just the truth. You know, there are very few people that have the capacity, especially melanated black men, that have what I have and have access to and have the capabilities of funding. And so when you get an opportunity like this, it is once in a lifetime. And I feel that this is what I mean by CrossRoad work. You got to know when there's an opportunity, and this is not something that you can afford to bypass. So all of you guys that did that graveyard work for $1,000, those that sent $1,000 for my helping in the reshoots and things that I'm doing, and just some of you guys that sent love offerings, because some of y'all told me not to mention your name, so I'm not going to mention your name, but I still want to say thank you, because what I'm doing, hoodoo, like this stuff called, because my spirits, the ones that I deal with, and because they come from so far up there, the frequency, they have to have certain things, and those things do cost. And so I work very hard. We're going into Christmas. So one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working a lot. I'm going to be trying to take care of my body, but I'm between working my my spiritual platform as well as working my job, because I have to get certain things done and in a very short time, and so that I have to like close to $25,000 in 3 months and still pay bills. So, and I can do that. So my thing is to let y'all know where we headed. If you're gonna ride with us, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. But if you cannot financially afford, but I'm giving you access to get some of that Ache in your life, and then let that Ache help you get to a place where you can economically become more of an asset and an effective channel for the divine energy, whether it's masculine or feminine. In my case, androgynous, because I work with both. Okay. All right, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. If this helps you, sir, ma'am, please do yourself a favor, and the ones that watch this platform, comment up under those videos. It really helps. I have people telling me that they only came to me because of the testimony that they saw on my platform. So everybody play a part in the growth of this platform. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. Y'all be hearing from me soon. God bless.